And we're joined again with Penny Crossan and a very brave Mindy Dubjakowski. Did I say your name right? Yes?
Yep.
Okay, good. She works here at Let's See Broadcasting. And what Penny is going to do is she's going to make up half her face and give us some makeup techniques while you're doing it, which she doesn't even need. I told her she looks absolutely gorgeous without makeup.
That's true.
Right? But we're just going to enhance Mindy's beautiful features.
That's
so,
true.
Penny, what is the first thing we do? Is the foundation is the first thing that a woman should put on?
Right. The first thing what we're going to do now, Mindy's face has been cleaned and prepped, and she has foundation primer on. What that does is that just evens out the skin texture so that the makeup goes on smooth. And when we put the foundation on, what we're going to do is we're going to divide, typically we divide the face in sections. Okay. And I love to start from the top down. That way, if you ever get distracted, interrupted, you know where you've left off. So we're going to start with the forehead, and then usually we do like section 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5.
Okay.
But I'm just, since I'm doing the half of the face, I'll just start at the forehead. And what you do is just dab a little bit on and just blend it.
You know, one of the biggest things I hear women say when they're getting foundation is trying to match the color and also all the different textures that are out there. Creamy, liquid, powder to cream. I mean, what should a woman look for?
Well, it depends on her skin type. If you have really oily skin, a lot of women like cream to powder. If you have really dry skin, the liquid, the creamy, you know, the mineral makeup is real popular too. A lot of women, I talk to a lot of women that aren't real crazy about just putting only dry on their face. They like to feel like they've got something on it. And the key here, what I'm doing is I'm putting, as I dab it on, I'm downward strokes only. You have tiny little hairs all over your face, and so you want to lay those little hairs down in one direction. And what that does is it gives it a really smooth, silky finish. You know, a lot of women might put their makeup on like this.
Right, but you don't want to do that.
You don't want to disrupt
evenly.
the hairs, right? So you want to go in one direction, all the way down.
And how does a woman find what color matches her skin? Because that's a really hard thing, especially sometimes you're in the drugstore, it looks good in the drugstore, then you get home and you find out it doesn't match.
I know, you really need to go to natural light, and department stores are really hard, but sometimes it's a guess game and you just have to purchase something and try and then take it back, because stores will take it back if you have your receipt. What I recommend is when you are testing colors, a lot of stores tell you, you know, do a stripe right here on the chin. But typically, you want this part of the face, it's called the hollow, and this is what you really want to highlight. And a lot of women are darker around the face than they are right here. So rather than bring the dark to the center, you want to bring the light out. And so you want to stripe the face really on the cheek to match, to find the perfect match. If it turns up a little, if it looks orange, then you are a cool undertone.
Right, and that's a big thing. A woman needs to know whether she's a cool or a warm or something
and
like that.
And if it looks pasty, you're a cool, a cool undertone.
Now, since we kind of only have a few minutes, I know it's hard to do a whole makeover in just a few minutes, but once a woman puts on foundation, the next thing she should put on is powder?
It's powder, and we're just going to, now actually concealer. But Mindy has really pretty skin, and she does not need concealer. So we're just going to gently put powder in the same direction, just all in one direction.
And does the powder match the foundation?
The powder does. The powder is very, yes, it's very close.
All right, so once she puts her powder, she has her foundation, her powder, then the next thing is?
We're going to look at the eyebrows. Now, the eyebrows are very important. They frame the face.
Right.
You can have great eyeshadow, but if the eyebrows cut it short, you really don't get the full effect of your eyes. And so what you want to do is you want to measure where your eyebrows start, and then when you look straight, that's where your arch is. Mindy's arch is perfect. And this is where you want your to end. So probably just a tiny bit extension of her eyebrow. And it'll just open the eye just a little bit more before we apply the color.
I can see that. It does make a difference.
Doesn't that make a difference?
So that just really opens up the eye area.
Yes.
Okay, and then now we are taking on...
This is eyeshadow. And I'm putting pink on. Mindy said she likes color, and I was originally going to do earth tones, but she said no, she likes color.
She likes color.
So I'm going to get her to close her eyes, and we're just going to gently put it on.
Now, does the color of the eyeshadow matter that much for different women?
Well,
or can you just go with like what Mindy says, I like pink, so I'll put on pink?
You know, you can wear any color that you want. Some women like to wear colors that bring their eyes out. Like pink brings out brown. Bronze brings out blue. Greens are really pretty on green, and you know, everybody can wear different colors of taupe and beige.
Okay. Now, what about eyes? Because I've heard, like, if eyes are closely set, wide set, or that there's a certain way you can put on the eyeshadow so that you
Right.
can, you know, kind of minimize the effects of that.
Right, now Mindy's eyes are a tiny bit close set, so what I've done is I've taken the light color and I've put that all over the eye. So now what I'm going to do is take the darker color, and we're just going to, if your eyes are close set, you don't want to make the dark go past the center
Past
of the
the
eye.
center. So it's on the outer corner?
It's on the outer corner, so I'm
Okay.
gonna close your
I
eye.
read your book. Can you tell, Penny?
Yeah, you're asking good questions.
All right. Well, you know what? We're kind of running out of time here. So once you get that on, and I know mascara is a huge thing, isn't it? Because
Yes.
doesn't that really open up the eye area?
It does, it does.
So for women that are putting on mascara, black or brown, that's a big debate. Because some people feel that they should wear brown, but I've heard that black is the way to go no matter what.
Well, black shows up, and a lot of women, you know, mascara opens the eyes, and so if you want the eyes to show, you know, you don't have to wear as much if you wear black.
Okay.
So unless you're just really super fair, you know, you can wear the brown, but black looks good on everyone.
Mindy, you look beautiful. You look already, but that's wonderful. Now, for you know, we are out of time already. But for women that are out there, what is the one makeup technique that they could kind of change today that they would begin to see a difference?
Probably the biggest difference is foundation.
Foundation.
And just putting it on in one direction and making sure that you cover the whole face.
Okay.
Because that tends to set the rest of it.
Okay. All right. Well, you can finish going on here with Mindy and getting the rest of the makeup on, mascara and blush and everything. And maybe we'll get a little shot of Mindy afterwards. Mindy,
Okay.
thank you so much for coming. She's, like I said, she's so brave. I don't know if I'd get up on camera without makeup. But listen, you can find out more about Penny on www.pennycrossan.net. And Penny's got some wonderful, all of these, the makeup here is on Penny's website, right, as well.
It is.
So you can go onto her website or ours and find some more information on her and her ministry. Well, coming up next, we bring you our new music spotlight series, where we'll talk with and feature the live music of singer-songwriter Caleb Rowden. We'll be right back.